guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing more free brushes with you and showing you how to use them. I hope that you aren't sick of getting brushes yet. I have a few more today because I just keep making more. I can't stop. These are twists on a brush that I've offered in the past called the Color Dynamo that I'll also be sharing in this pack. Everything is free. You can download it following the link in the description. I'm going to be walking you through how each brush works and how to use them. So let's get into it. The brushes that I'm sharing today are all based around this Color Dynamo brush, which is one that I have shared in the past. So this one is just a good old-fashioned watercolor brush. And this brush it's very pressure sensitive, and it also really layers color nicely. So this is a good solid brush on its own. What I did when I made the new brush was I played around with some of the settings and combined it with another and followed some of the same techniques that I've been using when I made other brushes. And so you'll see some similarities to some of the more recent brushes that I've put out. Primarily, the similarities are that it has this hard outer edge, so it's like a darker color. And also, similar to the wet edger, this brush is one where the more pressure you put, the less pigment there is in the middle. Now this brush is a little less dramatic than some of the other ones, if that makes sense. I don't know what it is with this brush. I don't know why it's doing this, but I don't hate it. Sometimes it gets this interesting color variation, and this is not a multicolor brush, but I really like it. I think you can use this to your advantage. It's random. It does not seem to come unless you're laying strokes over each other, but it's kind of like a glitchy effect, but I'm into it. I recently drew some clip art that has this inky botanical look, and it's really fun. I love that it is super pressure sensitive, so you can see I have it on the same size, and I'm just pressing lightly and I'm able to get these thin strokes, and then I use a little more pressure and these strokes are really thick, but it still has that nice taper. The next brush is a brush with more color dynamics. So this is the Duo Color Dynamo, and it's very similar to the Inky Dynamo, but it has some stroke color variation with the secondary color that you have turned on. And so it is pretty random. You'll get more what they call jitter of the stroke effects. Each time that you make a new stroke, it will be either one of the two colors or some mix of the two. And this, I think, is especially fun when you start to overlay them and you get that glitchy effect that I was talking about. I think it can add a really cool effect, especially as it gets watery. You know, sometimes you have this low opacity and then there's these bright spots. I just think it looks really cool. Something else is when you change the color. So say I use this pink and a green, and you go over strokes that you went before, it's this white color too. I don't know, guys. I'm playing around here. I think that this is really fun. I think that you can get, you know, maybe not this bubblegum pink mixed with this green, but I think you can get some really cool looks. So one way that I like to use it is choose two tonal colors and then play around making different strokes, and you do get somewhat of a natural watercolor look, as if you were dipping your brush in a couple different paint colors at once, or you hadn't fully mixed your paint colors together. And this is pre-smudging, and you can just throw down some leaves or whatever you're painting with a lot of variation and then go in with the smudge tool. And then if you want to play around with the color dynamics, you can always go into the brush settings as well and play with the color pressure or the color tilt. Those things will give you color variation as you paint. In one stroke, you'll get more color variation, whereas this is just color variation between separate strokes. The other brush that I'm sharing is actually a modified native Procreate brush. And so this is from the painting panel. I just tried blending with their gouache brush and I really liked using it. So this is modified, and I modified it to have more taper and to overall all be a little smaller, and I think it pulls the color a little more. And I liked using this because I got more of that paintbrush texture as I used it, and I thought that it made a good all-around blender. You can always also use my personal favorite, I might be biased, blender, the Floody Smudge brush. And this is also available to download for free on my website. These are separate packs, so you'll need to download them separately, but you can use this to just get a smooth, fuzzy, soft blend. And I think that these combine really well with my other brushes. So yeah, one of the things that I really like about the Dynamo brushes is that you do get this hard edge, but you also get a bit of a bleed, and there's a lot of hard and soft going on, and so there's some good juxtaposition there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. Hopefully you learned something. Definitely be sure to download the brushes following the link. Again, totally free. You can also download the paper texture that I used in this video. Sign up for my email list if you want a Procreate palette sent to you monthly, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more Procreate watercolor content and more free brushes, because let's be real, this is not the end of me making a ton of brushes for free. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.